Good morning, Flosstube. My name is Darlene. I am Darlene Dion Designs here on Flosstube, YouTube, on Etsy, on Instagram, and on Facebook. I am Darlene. I live in Nova Scotia on Canada's East Coast. I'm a cross stitcher and a quilter, and I design and sell cross stitch and quilting patterns in my Etsy shop. So I'm very happy to have you here. Welcome if you're new here, and if you're not new here, if you've been here for a while, I appreciate you so much. If you are new, please click the subscribe button. I would appreciate that very much. It's been a little over a month, I think, since my last video. Yep, it was June 1st last time. Anyway, I've had a busy month and a good month. Last time I talked to you about the fires. We had a lot of wildfire issues here in Nova Scotia, and I'm very happy to say that everything is under control, and that's all good now. And we have had torrential rains over the last couple of weeks, non-stop rain for several days, just wouldn't let up. We camped in that time, which was okay. It wasn't a bad thing. It was relaxing, and we had our tarps up. We were good. I don't think we really got wet at all. But everything was damp, of course, so pretty hard to get away from that. Anyway, other than that, I really don't have much life updates to share with you. I'm going to work today. I work sometimes for my daughter, my son's girlfriend. She has a lovely little shop in Annapolis Royal, gift shop, and so I'm going to work there for her. It is 7:30 a.m. right now, and so I'm trying to get this done before I go so that I can upload it while I'm there at the shop, as her internet is much better than mine. Anyway, get right into the stitching. I have a new chart. I just finished it yesterday. I come from a long line of worriers, and I believe big time in prayer. But I'm still a worrier, but I am much better than I used to be. Definitely, I rely on prayer and faith to get me through a lot of difficult things, and sometimes difficult to me, probably not difficult to everybody else. But here's my new chart. Pray big, worry little. Definitely need to be reminded of this often. And yeah, so it's just, I've done this in a pillow. I stitched it on 32 count Heritage Lugana. It's got a nice gray green modeling to it, and I put a floral backing on it. I put some white chenille trim. So it's very quick and easy to stitch. You could easily stitch it in a day. Just 3 DMC colors. Yeah, so I'm pretty pleased with that. I'm going to do a giveaway for a couple of PDF charts of this. So stay tuned for that later in the show. Okay, that was my only FFO. I did have one finish. Last time I talked about trying to touch all of my whips in the upcoming month. That didn't happen. I did hit quite a few whips. I don't even know really how many I have. And I had thought, I've seen some whip parades over the last couple of weeks on YouTube and Flosstube, and I've really enjoyed them. I've never done a whip parade, and I thought maybe now would be a good time mid-year to do one. I don't know. We'll see. I had hoped to have one this week, but I just haven't had time. So anyway, this was one of the whips that I got out. Where's my board? And it was really... I think I had, there's 13, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's 13 rows. This is Corinthians 13. I think I had 7 or 8 rows done when I picked this up. And I enjoyed it so much, I just stuck with it and decided to finish it. It is stitched on 25 count Lugana, 1/1. And I used DMC 3371 for the color. Pretty happy with that. I'm gonna I'd like to find a nice scrolly, decorative, fancy dark wood frame. I think that would look really nice. Somebody said to me, it's kind of boring, and it is kind of boring. I mean, there's no floral, there's nothing but the wording. And so I thought a nice fancy frame would fancy it up a little bit. So I was pretty pleased to get that done. I had 2 new starts. I was extremely generously gifted a container full of cross stitch paraphernalia that a friend of mine had inherited, and she's not a stitcher, so she asked me if I could use it, and I expected, you know, some floss, maybe 2 or 3 pieces of fabric, and a bunch of patterns, magazines. I was absolutely blown away by this. Like, I still am just trying to fathom. This is it's probably like I don't know, it's probably 14 by 10 inches tote, and it is full right to the brim of kitted projects. And there's some patterns. I haven't researched it, but from watching YouTube and paying attention to Instagram, I'm pretty sure there's some patterns there that are no longer available, maybe rare, hard to get. Anyway, and beautiful fabrics, and all of the called for floss. Like, there's some DNC flosses, there's some MPI silks. I've never stitched with them, so I'm looking forward to that. There's a lot of Weeks Dye Works and some classic color works. I was absolutely blown away by this. And she told me that there will be more to come. So, wow, I'm sharing some with my sister. She calls it our new stuff. Yeah. Anyway, I did have one new start from that. I just couldn't resist. I have loved this forever. And I'm pretty sure it's available now that it came back, that they brought it back. Strawberry Fields Forever. And I could break out into song, but it's probably best if I don't. Anyway, I just have always loved this from the time I first got back into cross stitching and would see it on Instagram and on Flosstube. I really hoped that someday I would get a chance to stitch this. So the fabric and the floss that was included in the package is all the called for stuff. And so I am stitching it on, let me see here, 32 count gray linen by Weeks Dye Works. And I have a very small start, which is up here in this corner. Anyway, so at the end today, if I have time, I'll go through this container and show you the other kits. If not, I'll just show you a couple, and I'll spread it out and show you over the next few videos. Another new start last night in honor of Christmas in July. My friend Christy Cat on Instagram, her and I had decided to do a Teresa Kogut Christmas piece, and this is the one we chose. All the Things, it's called. So cute. Look at that beard. Anyway, I had a small start on that. I'm stitching it. It calls for gingerbread. You see here. And I'm stitching it on doubloon 36 count linen. So the color looks pretty good there. Yeah. Anyway. And I have some of the overdyes and some of the DMCs that it's calling for. My sister and I are making a trip on Monday to Moncton to visit an uncle. Have a quick visit with our uncle. And we're going to get to the Stitch Bug. They have recently moved to a new location. So we're really hoping to get there on Monday. And I should be able to pick up the other flosses that I need then. So those are my new starts. Just checking things off here. Okay, whips. I've shown you this one for the last few videos. This is my only full coverage Haid. And this is called A Christmas Carol. The artwork is by Dean Morrissey. There's 280,000 stitches. Yeah. What's wrong with my head? Anyway. I am enjoying it very much. And I just pick at it here and there. I'm going to try to get a few more stitches in it this month where it's Christmas in July. So it's getting harder to show this. Okay, there we go. So that's where we are, the horse. This is the buildings on the street behind. And then this is a wagon, like a horse-drawn wagon in the foreground. You don't see the other horse, you just see the wagon. So I think I'm on the last page on this strip. I think. Anyway, I just love it so much. That is 25 count easy grid Lugana, and it is 1/1 doing a full stitch. So with it being Christmas in July, I do have several Christmas whips, and I'm hoping to touch them all this month. We'll see how that goes. Another whip that I've shown you quite often is Daybreak, or Granny Ain't No Square. This is a Carolyn Manning design, and this is so enjoyable to stitch. I took this one to Keji camping with us and stitched on it quite a bit. I think I have added I'm not sure I'm telling you the truth, but I'm thinking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then one triangle. I think that's what I've added since I've seen you last, or since I've shown it last. Yeah. Anyway, there's only this row and then this row left on this page, and then the full piece is the full piece is, I guess I was showing it to you. Oh my goodness. The full piece is twice that big. So yeah, anyway, I'm pretty happy with it. I'd like to get a nice screenshot of this one for for the thumbnail. We'll see. YouTube never does what I want it to do. Now I did not check. I meant to check to see if this one, I'm pretty sure I stitched on this one since I've seen you last. This is Mighty Acorn by Blackbird Designs from the Winds of Autumn book. My book has bit the dust, the cover, I should say. So anyway, I am doing this as a stitch along with Kim, the Contented Needle Worker Kim. Hi, Kim. Kim had a really nice whip parade this week that I enjoyed very much. And she had her 60th birthday. Happy birthday. Happy belated birthday to Kim. Anyway, so I'm pretty sure that I didn't show you this last time. But anyway. So I pulled this one out and got quite a lot. I don't think I had the house started before. I did some of the tree, and I stitched on this flower, I remember, and I don't think, like I said, I don't think I had any of the house started. I'm pretty sure I didn't have these acorns done either. So I'm pretty happy with it. Anyway, this is stitched on 28 count Legacy Lugana by Picture This Plus. Love it. I didn't think I would get back to this until fall, but it was, you know, it was one of the whips that I hoped to touch, because I was hoping to touch all the whips. And then I worked longer on it than I expected to. Okay, that's my whips. And that's all my stitching. I did get some new project bags made, and many of them have sold. There's a few left in the shop, so I think there's 4 or 5 left in the, must be 4 left in the shop. So I wanted to show you them. This one is the Patchwork Stars. Oops, some lint. And this is Burgundy Toile Wine Country fabric. So pretty. It's so pretty. It says Cabernet. Who knows what else it says. Anyway, yeah, so it's more lint. It's a beautiful fabric. It's got plain burgundy on the back. That's pretty much the right color right there. Maybe not quite that yellowish, but anyway. And then I may have told you about this one last time. I'm not sure. It's lupins. Last time when I talked to you, we were in full-blown lupin season here, which is a beautiful wildflower that grows on along the highways, in fields, in ditches, everywhere. And they grow in huge clusters. Like sometimes you'll go by, especially on the highway, you'll go by an area that's like, I don't even know. It's just a large area. And if you're in the right place and the weather is right, if you roll down your windows in your car, you'll get a nice waft of the scent come through your vehicle. Oh my goodness, they're just beautiful. Anyway, so those are lupins. So I think there's 3 lupin bags left in the shop. So they're there. If you've been trying to get one of my bags, there are some left there right now. Okay. We are only 17 minutes in. That's really good. I was going to show you all of my Christmas whips, but I didn't think I'd have time for that. So I do have time to show you some of the wonderful kindness that I received from my friend. But first we'll do the giveaway. I had a giveaway last week for my new Canada Day chart, which was With Glowing Hearts We See Thee Rise. Happy belated Canada Day to all of you. We had a very quiet, relaxing day, rainy. We came home from Keji on the 29th, and then Canada Day was the 1st. And yeah, we just had a relaxing day at home and I stitched and did this and that. And I hurt my my left hip in Keji. So I laid low for a couple of days, especially. It's still not 100%, but it's better than it was. So anyway, so I have a couple giveaways for the PDF for this chart in the previous video. So the word you had to say was in the comments was hearts, and the winners for those PDFs are Joy Adams and Judy Greenhow. Judy I know has won before, but if you could both send me an email, my email is in the drop down notes below. Excuse me. If you could both send me an email with your email, I will send off a PDF for you. Excuse me. Anyway, then today I have a giveaway for my new one, Pray Big, Worry Little. And the word to use in your comments will be pray. And remember not to use any trigger words that the bots and the spammers and all that use, like giveaway, prize, freebie, winner, all that stuff. Don't use any of those words because we want someone who is a real stitcher to win this, not somebody who's just buying it to sell it. So leave your comment with the word pray. It can be used in a sentence. It can be just the word. Doesn't matter to me. YouTubers, Flosstubers. I've been watching a new Flosstuber, Trixie Tricycle. Now, I think I've heard some of you mention her before, but I had never watched her before. She just did a lovely whip parade, and I learned of her through Lauren at New Hampshire Stitcher. And I really like Trixie. Her name is Jody, I think, but her Flosstube name is Trixie Tricycle. So I really enjoyed that, and I'm sure I will be watching more of hers. I've been watching my regulars that I enjoy so much. I don't think there's been any more new ones recently. Don't think so. Anyway, plans. I don't have any other than Christmas. I do want to do more for Christmas in July. Like I said, I have several Christmas whips, and I would like to, get a little stitching in on each of them. We'll see. It may happen. It may not. I would like to have a new chart in my head that I'm hoping to get on paper and stitch for Christmas in July. We'll see whether that happens. It depends on how busy we are with other things. And that's it. Now I'm going to take the time to show you some of these wonderful kits. A lot of them have the floss in the front in the bag. So she had a lot of Adam and Eve samplers. So this one is called Louisa Sarette by Threads of Gold. And the floss, and I think the fabric, maybe I don't have the fabric for this one. Anyway, I don't think I had seen this one before. Just hearing a strange sound. Guess it must be a vehicle. It's very warm here. The last few days we're in a heat warning for the next 3 days. So the windows are all open. We haven't turned on our air conditioning yet. We have a portable air conditioning unit, and I don't like it. It's so noisy. And as soon as it turns on, I'm cold. So the windows are all open, and I like that, but it will come to the point where it's not enough. So this is a Prairie Schooler piece. Adam names the creatures. I hadn't seen that one before. I gotta make sure I put these all back or I'll never get them straight where there's nothing started. This is another Adam and Eve one. I'm not going to take this out of the package. Hopefully there won't be too much glare. This is a Carriage House Samplings piece, Adam and Eve. And there's black, looks like black Lagana. Maybe it's linen. I think it's linen actually. Yeah, it is. So, I like the Adam and Eve pieces. Most of them I find Adam and Eve are their skin is so light. I feel like I would maybe try to use a different color on their skin, but we'll see. This one is one I hadn't seen before. It's from Hawkins House, and it is called Apple Tree Sampler. And again, it's Adam and Eve. And fabric and thread. That is 30 count. Can't remember. I can't remember. I can't read it. That's what I'm trying to say. This one I've seen a lot, and I've been wanting to stitch it. All Creatures Great and Small by Barbara Anna Designs. And the fabric and flosses. Oh, oh, oh. So beautiful. This is 36 count vintage country mocha linen. Sorry, but I'm sure most of you are familiar with that one. This is a Teresa Kogut one, a Christmas one. I'd be tempted to start this one this month too. Sorry. This is Heaven and Nature. Oh, isn't that beautiful? And the fabric is 36 count parchment. And all the flosses. Just love it, love it, love it. Let heaven and nature sing. I have a piece called Heaven and Nature Sing, I think, by Kathy Barrick. My sister gave it to me for Christmas last year. It's the chart. It's not a finished piece. It's the one with the big deer on it. I just love that. This also is a Carriage House sampling piece. The Dainty House Wren. I had not seen that one before. And the fabric. This has MPI silks and some beads and the fabric. I'm not sure what the fabric is. I might not say. 30 count straw linen. Crash. This one does not have a cover page. And so I'm not going to show it to you because it's just the... Oh, it's a complimentary pattern by Blue Ribbon Designs. So the fabric and flosses are there for that one too. This is another this is called Maria Finney 1832 Adam and Eve's House. I think I've seen this one. It's by Shakespeare's Peddler. Has the threads in there. And there is, yeah, no, I don't think it has the fabrics. Just the threads. Very pretty. $28. We're doing pretty darn good. This one is called Hedgerow Birds. It's a Blackbird Designs piece. I would say she made a working copy, but I'm not sure. So pretty. I really love this little sampler. And like I said, the fabric and flosses are there. That is, oh my goodness, this handwriting. Straw. 20 count straw linen. An American Sampler by Barbara and Cheryl, leaflet number 22. And the threads, 28 count linen, country. Country mocha. all the threads. Beautiful. I was, like I said, I was just overwhelmed by all of this stuff. Very, very appreciative. This one, I had not seen this before. It's by Cherished Stitches, the Passatemps housewife. Fabric, the trim, the threads. 36 count exemplar, which I've seen on Instagram and Facebook, YouTube a lot, but I've never actually seen it myself. I love, love, love this one. This is praised by Praiseworthy Stitches, The Simple Gifts, Hope. So beautiful. And the fabric that she has here is no name on it. Anyway, but that's very much the color. This one again is a working copy, I would say. Primitive Adam and Eve Cupboard Keep Pillow. That is by Country Rustic Primitives. A Blackbird Designs booklet. Just blew me away. Trying not to show you any charts here. It's really cute. You can see myself stitching that. Love it. Something fell out of that book. A couple of the kits my sister took. I gave her. This is a Stacy Nash piece or pattern, booklet, I guess. Very cutely finished, published. So it has a piece of vellum and then it's a drum. So cute. Pin keep ornament, a sewing pouch. So lovely. I wonder what date these were published. See if I can find that on it. There's some more pictures of the drum. 2009. Anyway, I don't, yeah, there are threads to go with that one too. Getting to the end. Another Barbara Anna, Love Never Fails. Sorry, some glare there. Fabric and threads. Fabric is 32 count Belfast linen, dirty linen. And mostly DMC threads. Prairie Schooler, Santa. This is a piece of linen, Vintage Country Mocha. On its own, I don't know. It does have written on there in pencil, Redbird, so maybe she had the pattern for one of the, you know, like Heart and Hand Redbird pattern. I'm not sure. Little House Needleworks sampler, so cute. And the threads. Oh yeah, I said threads. This one is a Happy Flag Day pattern by the Trilogy. It's got the little buttons with it. I might do a giveaway for that one, where it's an American flag. It's definitely not something I'll probably stitch. So, and that's it. That's plenty. Anyway, I was just, like I said, I was just blown away by the generosity of this friend that thought of me. So I will enjoy stitching most of them, if not all of them, over the years. I could go crazy and do several starts right now, but I probably won't. I don't want to get overwhelmed, but anyway, lots of Adam and Eve pieces. That kind of surprised me. And I do like some of them. I'm not crazy about all of them, but I don't know. I really do like this one. It's stitched on black, which I'm not a big fan of stitching on black, but I can do it. But anyway, we'll see. We shall see. Anyway, that's it for me today. Like I said, I'm going to work for my daughter-in-law. I call her. They're not married, but anyway, that'll be a nice different day. It's very hot and her air conditioning isn't working, so yeah, I'll be drinking lots of cold water. Yeah, so I hope you all have a great few weeks. I hope to be back, you know, within a month or so. I had told you before that our internet is the pits here, so I can't upload anything here myself. It takes like all day, 24 hours, and then that wipes out my data for the month, or takes a big chunk out of it. So we are supposedly on the list to be getting fiber op in the fall. So I'm keeping my fingers crossed. I really hope that that happens, so that, you know, the internet is more reliable and faster, and I can upload, and then I would be able to upload more often, or do a Flosstube more often. So anyway, we'll see. I guess that's it. Happy stitching to you. Stay safe, well, and all that, and cool. I hope that you don't get too bombarded where you are by crazy hot weather and fires and all of that kind of thing. See you next time. Bye-bye.